and let us all do we can to build a better future.
So, Jerry, political revolution, should it be safe? Should it be sound? Not rock the boat, don't cause a ruckus, right? I mean, that's the whole idea of a revolution, right?
How's that worked so far?
Well, I mean, if you
It hasn't.
if you
It
were
hasn't, clearly.
if you were Sam Sedar and friends,
Oh,
shout out to Comrade Misty, Sarcasm Stardust, who found this image, says this is just funny. So what is she talking about? Well, it turns out all these fantastic people, including good old Sam Sedar, Emma Vigeland, everyone else, give them a revolution. Looks like that guy's digging in his nose. I don't know why.
Yeah, he does. He's looking for his ideas in his nose is what he's doing.
Yeah, or something like that. And of course, hey, you got Sam Sedar, Emma Vigeland, VIP meetup with, again, deep state people, everyone else here. They're doing a whole big open door thing. But see, the thing is, what are they going to be talking about that's going to cause a revolution? Because last I checked, there was an opportunity to bring a revolution and fight and actually cause a ruckus. There was a thing called Force the Vote in 2021. There was a thing called March for Medicare for All in 2021 that myself and Daniel, we emceed for the one in Chicago. Jerry, you were a guest speaker at the Chicago March for Medicare for All event. There was a thing called the General Strike Summit that was held with, again, sponsored and held by Revolutionary Blackout Network. So I have to say, what are those jagoffs going to talk about? They're going to talk about playing it safe and how we probably have to vote Democrat and how we have to be pragmatic and we could change the party from within. And I'm willing to bet that those people are probably going to bring up Jimmy Dore's name because, oh no, he talks to people who are on the left and on the right. He's been on Tucker Carlson's show. But the thing is, if we want to cause a political revolution, if we want to cause a ruckus, outlets like Majority Report, Humanist Report, Status Quo, TYT, they always play it safe. What have these people told us to do? Vote Democrat. So check out our revolution, Justice Democrats, brand new Congress. We can reform the party from within. We got to be pragmatic. Third party's not the answer. We got to vote Democrat. We got to stop the orange boogeyman because the orange boogeyman's going to come after us. I want to pull up this tweet here as well because if we're going to actually cause a change, it means everybody working together. This is a tweet from Compton J. Today's liberals like Sam Sedar, Emma Vigeland, Jordan Sheridan, Human Report, Cenk Uygur, Anna Kasparian will call this a red-brown alliance. The Black Panthers and the Young Patriots joint coalition provide lessons that people still refuse to learn. So in other words, even before Jimmy Dore became a voice on the internet, turns out this idea of getting people together and working together is actually a good idea.
Went to this community meeting with the Join organization.
Panthers are here. Panthers are here. Bucktown. Okay. We come here with our hands open. You cats to supervise us, where we can be of help to you. What do you want in your community? What do you want here? Are you afraid of the pain? You want to take berets off, man, or what, man?
There were a lot of suspicions about the Black Panthers that they were gun-carrying terrorists.
It was a scenario that I had never been in before. See,
this is before the power of corporate media even became the monster that we know it as today, because even then there was, again, misrepresentation happening. I mean, think about how certain media outlets and even politicians, before the outreach of technology got to the point that we know it as today, what, the Black Panthers were terrorists? No. They were out there providing safety and security, food for their communities, but there was a whole bigger picture, and that is, if one group is oppressed, everyone's oppressed. And let's face it, oppression in America, the economic oppression, the system has been keeping us all down. We have all been suffering under this system, and things aren't getting better. So what I want to say to especially those in the Vote Blue No Matter Who crowd, you're being a roadblock. You're protecting the system that keeps everyone down. Jimmy Dore's correct. Everyone else that wants to build an alliance and coalition with every voter here it's the correct way. Because if we don't start fighting for a better future and start breaking down these barriers that corporate media has successfully put up, we are all going to suffer in poverty together and alone and divided. And the media will tell us it's one group's fault or another group's fault.
And this concept is not new.
Confederate flag patches. I was a little concerned.
The thing we got to deal with is concept of poverty, man. We got to erase the color thing. See,
building's not fit for dogs to live in, but humans having to pay $144 a month for the thing. They sell the building, to new ownership. What we need is understanding among the people, coalition between the people to stick together and take them owners and put them over here in the lake somewhere.
right on. Once you realize, man, that your house is funky with rats and roaches, same way a black dude's house is, once you realize that your brothers have been brutalized by the cops, the same way the west side and south side is, once you realize that you are paying taxes for the cops to whoop your ass.
Right?
You're paying them.
Seriously.
The same thing happened on the south
Bob
side.
Lee turned out to be quite an organizer.
Poverty.
And he says, yeah, my name is Bobby Lee, but my real name is Robert E. Lee. And we all laughed. He said, you got to be kidding me.
Who's here that want to see this thing move? Right on. Well, the first thing we talk about now is how we're going to organize. Where are we going to organize? And, we're all going to get run out of here eventually.
That was a good meeting. It was. It got everybody.
And it got people to talk. It got people to take a step
It
back.
brought
and
people
realize.
together. It bridged the gap of finding commonality, as Jimmy Dore constantly advocates for. And we have to let go of the fucking tribalism. The tribalism is at the heart of everything that's wrong right now. Not realizing you don't have to agree completely with the other side, but you do have common interests. You do not have to condone the prejudice or the bigotry of another side, but you can also argue that you all deserve a fair living wage and health care, right? And deal with the other stuff later. Try to make the argument and the debate for why it's foolish to be bigoted or prejudiced, right? While we're also trying to protect each other and help each other make enough money to feed our families and take care of ourselves and not go into medical bankruptcy.
And the thing is, you have people like Sam Sedar, Emma Vigeland, Humanist Report, Jordan Sheridan from Status Quo saying that it can't be done. And of course, this next video I'm going to bring up here, I won't play it all in its full entirety, but shout out to Joe. Shut the F up. Shit lib too. No, not Joe, not Joe Biden, not Joe Rogan. It's regular old Joe himself. Here. Imagine this. The way I would describe this opening video right here, it's like that drunk couple with their.
Love this video.
With their kid that lives in the basement still, at Arby's. So you see them there. Their kid who's working on some kind of Bitcoin thing, but it won't work out. So there you go. So these are the people who helped contribute to that roadblock. Remember, at one point, good old Jank was forced to vote, and then he got a phone call probably. This is
what it was all about for them. This is how they look. Hold on. Let me also say one thing. Pause it. We got to be careful because we don't want to be amongst those that go dig into other people's pasts to smear them now because, to cancel them. Okay. This is not about canceling Young Turks. It's basically about looking at like how they started out. And I think that the same humor and the same attitudes are there. So let's not pretend they're as refined. Let's not pretend they are as refined or reflective or progressive forward-looking thinkers when you realize that this is what their network was founded from. So,
yeah.
It had already been around for 5 years.
Eva Longoria flashed her panties.
Oh, okay. This is Young Turk style story. I like this. The story has no purpose other than
I want it to be the Howard Stearns of indie news.
I'd like to begin the entertainment segment by asking you to identify the camel toe. We have obtained a photo of a celebrity's camel toe. It is a close-up, so I'm off the kids if they've never seen a giant. Let's go to the picture.
She's so classy. Anna's so classy.
Who's camel toe?
Oh, for the love of God.
The hoes be knowing, okay? The hoes be knowing.
So she should be knowing.
Okay, Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian's camel toe.
And they love it, so enjoy that. The hoes be knowing.
Mm-hmm. It was very possible that it was just going to crumble and fall apart.
long before I started working here, I listened to years of TYT.
Oh, okay. Obviously, I got to stop that because there's going to be some copyright music there. So, folks, remember, an outlet, a media outlet. Look, let's face it, because I used to watch TYT too back.
We all did. We all did. That's
did.
What inspired us before they showed what they were really about.
We're all guilty of it, right? But they were modeling themselves after Howard Stern on YouTube. I mean, that's a fact. And look, people grow, people change. People do grow and change. And in 2015, 2016, they got that lightning in the bottle with covering the Bernie Sanders campaign. They were able to get Bernie on their show. They did have that time when they sent Jordan out there to cover Flint, Michigan, and of course the Dakota Access Pipeline. But along the line, getting that access, getting that connection, getting that Katzenberg cash, they quickly became one of the many roadblocks that stopped any kind of real accountability. I mean, the same progressives that are in office right now, the Congressional Progressive Caucus, the squad, if you want to call them, Bernie Sanders himself, they don't even go on independent media anymore. Why? Because guess what? TYT poisoned that well. And now you have this event that's taking place where Sam Sedar and Emma Vigeland are all going to start wagging your fingers at all of you, telling you how we need to do a revolution, be pragmatic. If you want to do a revolution, the opportunity happened in 2021 with Force the Vote for Medicare for All, with the March for Medicare for All, for the 3-day General Strike Summit meeting that was hosted by a Revolutionary Blackout Network. So in other words, where were all these people who were so big and built their brand and names on bringing in change? They were nowhere to be seen. Why? Because they got cozy to have access to these politicians, these same politicians that don't respect them anymore and don't even show up on their shows anymore. So here's the thing. If we want to build real change, don't go to some big event in a theater where you're going to have some people on stage telling you how to do a revolution. That's not how it's done. How it's done is by you taking initiative. And that's what I'm talking to you, the audience. How it's done, we got to start building movements and organizations not connected to Washington, D.C. That means all of us taking the initiative to step up. And I am so proud to see so many other independent media networks stepping up and actually growing themselves and actually contributing. And that means you who are watching, you'll have to step up too in your own way. What I want to see is a rise of more independent media voices all across this nation. I want to see that happen. I demand to see that happen. But also, we need to start building independent movements, political organizations not connected to DC, so we can actually bring in change. One of the many changes, too, we can start doing is doing and supporting good ballot initiatives, because Washington, D.C. won't help us. And these people who act like gatekeepers at Status Quo, TYT, Majority Report, well, they're going to sit back in their ivory tower eating brunch, convincing themselves and whatever's left of their audience that voting Democrats the way. That's not the way. I'm tired of being told to wait. And I am tired of being told that it just can't be done. Why can't it be done? Growing up as a kid, I've seen and heard the stories about how people fought against adversity and got what they wanted. But here I am now, and I'm being told by every single institution in this country that abandoned us in 2020 that it's okay to wait. You just got to be calm down. You got to be quiet.
Calm down, kid. Just calm down. Do you feed them? We feed them.
We don't owe anyone a goddamn thing. We don't owe anyone an apology. And if any one of these jagoffs with these blue check marks starts wagging your finger at them, you push them right the hell back. Because at the end of the day, it is up to us to fight for that future, not rely on politicians or people acting like gatekeepers. We've been divided enough. It's time to break the barriers down.